but the horse must have a path of travel. If your hands touch each other, you've closed the path. Does it make sense? Okay. Dawn, tell me something you learned.
I guess number one, to the left, I can feel him going over his back a little bit more than when he went right.
Okay.
I feel his legs, I feel like I'm losing from my horse.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if I should be using more leg or, I'm kind of confused on that.
Okay. What did you find with the circle of aids? Did that help make it a little bit more clear?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing is, if you found the circle of aids, you answered a question that you gave me on your list. And that's important. Then the degree, which is what you're asking me now, is something that we can address when it's actually moving, right? So you have total permission when we're doing our next set here to say to me, this is what I'm feeling, what do I do?
Okay.
Right? But I hate answering questions like that if I can't see the horse moving, because that's where the answer lies. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So it might be your feel, it might be his body. Katie, tell me something that you learned.
I learned to not necessarily brace, like with my hand when his head comes up, but if I just continue to pose strong and try and push him more forward, then he'll get more round.
Yeah, he starts to let go of the brace, doesn't he? So this is such a huge concept to understand, you guys, because you get on different horses and they do different things. But think of a horse who's a little bit tight or braced, like a wrinkle in a sheet, right? What would we do? We'd shake it out. So you don't want to take more when they've got a wrinkle. You want to shake it out, send them, until they iron it out on their own. And like we talked about with Kelly's mare yesterday morning when we ironed her out, she had a big old air bubble in her body, so she jumped and bucked, but she got rid of that bubble, right? She got rid of the wrinkle. And now today, after the lunging and everything, there are no wrinkles. She's just going, I can swing. So that's huge, that discovery, right? And at least he's polite, right? So he was a little braced, but when you gave, he didn't have to buck and fart to get rid of it. He just went, oh, cool. And he's got a mighty trot.
Yeah, he's a big trotter.
He is. I mean, honestly, that's quality. That's great. Okay? A lot of quarter horses can't trot with that degree of range and scope. So good boy, buddy. He goes, yes. And now I want to pose for the end of the trail statue. I understand the lesson. Can I go home? Okay. How many people are comfortable cantering? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk forward. The horses are going to keep walking on the rail, and then I'm going to be bringing one horse at a time onto a circle line and looking at the canter. So if the person who's about to lunge a horse could stay at that end, we'll canter at this end. Maybe someone just let her know that. All right, all my riders, if you'll come down here. And we get to summarize. This has been a terrific group. Kelly, look how confident Ramirez got. Isn't that nice?
Two-way street, isn't it?
It is. Hugely so. All right, all. Don't have to run me over. Good. Here comes Katie. We're going to start here on the right. So, Dawn, we're going to start with you. What'd you learn?
Well, I need to keep my body back, not my body, but my seat back more and use my pelvis more.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done that this much before.
Okay.
So I hope it was correct.
It was correct.
Okay. And then I did feel him underneath me.
Yes.
And then when he starts to slow down, I just relax and kick a little bit. That's unusual for me.
Yeah.
That's something I'm not used to.
But that enabled him to get his momentum back, didn't it?
Yes, and then the canter, I've never ridden with my elbows back
Right?
as far as that, but when I did do that, my seat was better.
Yeah, it was
And
so
then-
anchored.
Yeah, and then I could feel the shopping cart thing going
Cool.
on, that it was nice and
Nice.
smooth, and he felt good. And as soon as I thought about going down to a trot, he went down to a
Right.
trot.
They're so sensitive to our balance, okay? So if you think of what it's like to have a seesaw, right? The horse is balancing back to front across our seat bones. And it's crazy how little it takes to disturb their balance. And that's what we don't realize. And then we start doing all this fighting with our arms. And really, we just have to get in alignment and then develop the muscular tone to be able to swing with them.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
When I was watching Jackie and Kelly, and there's like a lot of more impulsion. You know, like when they're at the trot, when they're canter down here. The horse is giving them that, correct?
Yes.
So for me to get more of that, I need to get him.
And here's the thing, at this stage, the first thing you have to develop is balance with the gait that he offers,
Okay.
okay? And that's why I was going nuts over Katie's horse,
Yeah.
because he has tons of natural motion.
Yep.
Your horse doesn't have that trot.
No.
Okay? Now, you can develop that to a degree, but if tomorrow you come in and go, I want you trotting like that, you're going to run his little legs off and he's going to start to hate you.
Yep.
Okay? What you want to do is work within his natural balance, and then as he gets more connected and stronger, he will develop a bigger and more supple trot. Okay, and more ground gain. But this is such a good question, because we have to ride what they naturally offer first, and then build the tone and length and scope as the muscles develop.
Okay, the
Right?
process.
So it's kind of like dribbling a basketball, right? We start out here, and then we can start taking it down the court. But first we have to be in balance here to understand how to dribble.
Yeah.
Okay? So this horse dribbles big,
Yeah.
right? This horse dribbles closer to the floor. Doesn't matter. Find that, and then we can start to bounce it higher and more over the ground.
Okay.
Okay? Good question. Cool. What'd you learn?
The triceps,
Yeah.
I think my canter parts, that's really what one of my goals has been, and obviously still needs to be, to get down. Once we get going, I feel like we go a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but anchoring my triceps in that exercise, I think is going to help improve my parts.
Yeah, I liked that second one after we did that a lot.
Yeah.
And I saw
because-
her get more confident.
Exactly, 'cause
Yep.
I know
It gets you out of her mouth and into your body.
And everything about it is, it's just not as tense.
Excellent.
As it was previously.
Beautiful. And that's the whole thing. The tension comes from not being able to swing. Okay? So again, if they're tense, there are wrinkles in the sheet.
Yeah.
How are we going to get rid of the wrinkles? We're going to open the inside and send them over their top line. Okay? And like you say, for you in the canter, engaging your triceps gives you the support that you were looking for from your hand. Okay? And it's like, oh, that's where I get it from. Now I don't have to hold on to your
Right,
mouth.
right.
Nice. Excellent. We'll work on it more tomorrow.
I'm actually gonna have to unlearn and relearn because I feel straight this way, but to be on my seatbelts, I don't feel straight.
Uh-huh. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel straight.
Yeah, when you're arched.
Like this.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
feel straight.
So when you're in the old-fashioned equitation of boobs up, butt out, you're thinking you're straight.
I'm thinking of
And then you feel
vertical.
collapsed when
And
you
I
find
feel
your
round
seat.
like
I know.
like a C.
I agree. Okay? It's so true. At the
So I
beginning
have
you
to
do.
unlearn.
And it's because, if you think of what this does, this has shortened your back, right? When you're arched like that, the front of your spine, if you picture what my spine is doing, the front of my spine is open and the vertebrae and the back of my spine are closed. So when you change that to actual vertical, where you're on the back of your seat bones, sitting level on your seat bones, I just lowered the front of my spine, of my vertebrae, and opened the back. So they're more like stacked plates now.
But that's what we're asking the horse to do. I mean, you're asking me to do what you're asking the horse to do.
Exactly. And he can't do it otherwise. Okay?
But
Did
it's,
you do hunters first? What'd you do? You. Who started you?
I don't know, I started
Okay.
in Michigan.
Yeah. So anyway, it's okay. It's just, that's very typical of jumper riders or hunter riders, not as typical of dressage riders. And again, the best thing for that is we'll get some quick videos of you tomorrow. We can just do it on a phone so you can see it. Because it's your lion eyes, right? Like you've taught yourself the muscle memory of this is straight. And then you look and you're like, ooh. And then you feel like this is hunched over. And you look and you're beautifully vertical. And you're like, why doesn't that feel good? Okay? So we'll take some quick video shots tomorrow.
Yeah, so when you were
And
saying-
again, we'll
yeah.
let your horse give you feedback too.
Yeah, when you were saying to come out, I really thought I was.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. And then we came up more, right? Didn't you? And what happened to your horse?
Well, which way?
So-
When I was arched or when I was round?
When you were in your version of round.
She doesn't quite reach out as she gets blocked.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you mean in my version of C?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, C. I thought you meant when I was arched.
Uh-uh.
C. I don't know, I was really focusing on myself, but I was trying to feel her hips while I was doing that. So
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about this and her.
Do you
swinging.
remember her swinging out to the
Yeah.
bridle?
I remember her swinging her, I remember feeling more in her hips.
Excellent. And we got that trapezius out. So that's where it begins. Bringing the top line up so that we can sit on it. Okay? And that's the other thing. This is super that you bring this up because when we're changing our body position, the horse is going to give us feedback for what's enough. Because there will be a place that then you'll start to go the other way and then she'll get behind your leg. Okay? So, you know, the pendulum swing. We're trying to find that balance point. It's a balance point. Okay? And we use the horse for feedback about where that balance point is. Cool? Katie?
I think the most helpful thing for me in the second half was the canter 2 strides and then ask again. Because for him, with his background, kind of if I sit deeper, that usually means for him to stop.
Yes.
Or shut down.
Yes.
So that's what we struggle most with the canter is like keeping him going.
Yep.
Because the deeper I sit and the more plugged in I am sitting in my saddle, the harder it is for
That
him.
more, it says
Yeah.
stop to him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. And this is something, again, guys, think of your horses like we're blowing them up with air. He's new enough to this that if we start puffing him up with air and then we sit on it, it pops the balloon. Okay? So for him, we have to think puff up, puff up, puff up, and then he'll develop the muscle tone that you can sit into him a little bit more. Okay? So cool. That's good. I'd love all of you to dismount your horses down at this end of the arena so that they get to have quitting time down here and then just walk them out.
One question that that Katie brought up. You know,
And
like
please
when-
take the reins over their head to walk them out.
When I slow down, I actually sit back more, so I shouldn't be doing that.
When you slow down in the canter?
Well, when I'm going down to a halt.
No, it's okay to do that.
Okay.
I mean, that tells the horse not to keep moving his hips
Yeah.
forward.
Okay.
So that is correct. What she was saying is that if she tries to sit deeper in the canter,
Yeah.
that it's doing that, and of course then he stops.
Yeah, okay.
And so, yeah, it's not, you don't want to do that in the canter. You want to keep moving with them in the canter.
Okay.
And then when you stop moving with them, that
Then they
says
should- okay.
change gears.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. Good job, you guys.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.